Morning everyone. So back down here on crevice fever 3. I'm going to clean out the rest of this and see what we've got. Vic's out here. He's been out here for an hour or two before me. That's the old mine site behind me. I've still got to clean that up. There's still gold in that. Yeah, so let's get stuck into this. So I've got the high banker set up. He's ready to go. Okay, that's crevice tools. I've got this, finish off, this, and what's on top, and then we'll see if we can get into the back there. All right, let's go. These flakes are getting bigger. Getting bigger. It's paying off. It's fun. Interesting seeing the crevices after you bait pumped, which you don't usually see here because it's so dirty, but it's cleaning out really quick. So I'm going to bait pump all that next. And then move over to there and clean that out, bait pump that out. So today is more like a trophy hunt. Like I'm not going to get big nuggets, but I might find some good pickers, and that's what I'm after. I could go down the creek a bit and get good pans of flakes and micros and whatever, but I'm not looking for that today. I'm looking for pickers. So yeah, now I'm going to wash out the top mat of the high banker and we'll see how we go. All right, got the top mat of the high banker in here. Let's see what we got, or if we did better bait pumping. One more little clean off and then I won't take it much further. Gotta be careful here because there's a big crevice. Yeah, so I did better bait pumping. There's a little bit of gold in there, but I did better out of just one pan of bait pumping. All right, this has made me think about things. All right, let me have a think. Yeah, so just bait pumped that and a little bit of the top mat. I've got most of my gold from bait pumping, which isn't really telling me anything. It's telling me that there's gold in the overburden, and then what's falling off my shovel is going back into the crevice. The crevice isn't that deep. I'll give you a look. Like the crevice I was on with Andy yesterday was massive. This thing's, you know, it's just got a lot of gravels in there. So look, I'll give that one more scratch out and bait pump, and then I'm gonna work on this crevice. I'll start shoveling all that through the banker, up here into this pile of dirt where my bucket is, and see what's in there. All right, let's go. Starting to find some of these as well. Good indicator of where the gold might be coming from. Big chunky quartz and ironstone. Now I'm going to check the high banker. So it's just cleaning out right now, doing its thing. I'm going to let that wash out, and then I'm going to see what's in the top mat and the apron mat. Okay, so I just did the top mat. He's missed it. I forgot to push the cord. That's what came out. Still got a bit of dirt removing that crevice as well, and to bait pump it. So we'll see what happens next. Yeah, that's the second apron. Nice little flat wiry bit there, but yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to keep digging this crevice out and see what we get. This is why I wear gloves. This is a new one, it's not old, so it doesn't have quite sharp edges, but if that had been thrown down here, you know, a year ago, 2 years ago, it'd still be sharp. So that's why I wear gloves. The other reason I wear gloves is when you're raking back all the rocks in here, this stuff can really cut you up. So you rake back the rocks to wash them off a bit more, wear gloves, otherwise you end up with busted hands. So job or hobby, it's not something I want with my hands. Anyway, let's clean out this mat. Yeah, so that was quite a long run. Not a lot of gold there, but as you can see, they're quite chunky. So that's the kind of creek this is. It's got a good mixture, but when you get into those little crevices, you can be rewarded. So you might go somewhere like Reedy Creek or something like that, and you'd get what looked like a bigger smile in there, but they're not that chunky. So they're quite chunky. I'm going to zoom out. That's the 14-inch pan or whatever it is, 16-inch pan. So yeah, they're quite chunky little. I wouldn't call any of them pickers. Oh, maybe just, yeah, they're tiny little pickers. Two tiny little pickers there. I'll give them a weigh up separately later, but yeah, that's not too bad. So I've still got to clean this hole out. Let's go have a look. So what I've done is I've scratched all that down. I've even taken some of this overburden from the top of the crevice, and I've just washed it down with my bucket, and I've scraped it down with the crevice tool, scraped it, and then it's getting down to here, and I'm getting the shovel in, and it's got some nice thick clay in there that I didn't get earlier. So any gold that's coming from there that I scraped down is, I guess, going to get stuck to the clay, I'm hoping, and then I can go through and continue digging that right out into that bank. So yeah, watch this space. Alright, starting to get to the end of the day, so I'm going to clean this out and see what we've got in there, and that'll probably be it. Alright, let's go. We have visible gold. Some there. There. Where else did I see some? There. Yeah, I like that. I like seeing gold. Alright, let's clean it out. So that's my top mat. There's a bit all through all this. I'm going to take all that home, clean it out. Let's do the second mat. It was the first time forever, then the second mat is better than the first. Those are some chunky monkeys. Oh, look at them. Yes, thanks. I'll take that home. Alright, now the sluice mat. Bottom sluice. Alright, I'm going to get this home and cleaned up and have a weigh up. I reckon I've got about a gram. We'll see though. So we don't know how this happened, but in your little gimbal there's a bit of gold stuck in there.
This was my old gimbal, actually.
Yeah, it's your old gold, is it? Oh, look, I've cleaned this thing twice at home. There's fucking gold stuck in there. I'll get out with some tweezers at home. I don't know how that got there, man. That's crazy. People are going to think we're just fucking standing in puddles of gold. Oh, there it goes.
Don't drop it.
Yeah.
Right, now you've done it.
It's bending. There it is, it's in your finger.
Oh, it must be mine.
Oh, look at
Golden
that.
finger.
That's fucking crazy. It's stuck. I saw that earlier and I thought it was a bit of clay. I didn't even think about it. Now I just saw it then. It was like, hang on, that's a little bit, got a bit more luster to it. All right, it's going to go up the snuffer, I suppose. There's a fair amount of micros in here. I'm not used to seeing this many micros on this part of the creek, or in this creek. Anyway, let's get it dried. Stay. We're at the measuring table. You shall be weighed and measured. Wouldn't that be funny? I forgot to tar off the scales, and I tipped the gold on and it was like 2.53? No. Oh, I thought it was going to be a gram. It's not. It's 0.53, but it always shrinks when it gets back home. Anyway, so there you go. 0.53, so just over half a gram. Couple of tiny little pickers in there. I'm not going to pull them. Usually I pull the pickers out and put them in a little jar like this. Jingle jangle. They're not worth it, but they are, for sake of a better word, a picker. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so got to get back out and finish this crevice. So there will be Crevice Fever 3 Part 3 sooner or later. I don't know when, but yeah. All right, that's it for me. So ta-ta, see you later, good night. Yeah.